The exhibit looks at fragrances, how perfumes have historically been made, how they're made today, and tries to put it in the context for visitors so they can kind of make sense of it, so to speak.
It's an exhibit uniquely poised to explore the artistry, history, and science of perfume in relation to plants and flowers, a rare combination and one we couldn't pass up.
It has a big focus on plants, and we at the Springs Preserve, plants are a big part of what we do, but there are very few traveling exhibits that have anything to do with plants. So whenever we have an opportunity to find one, we try to jump on it. And so this is a new one that was developed by the North Carolina Arboretum.
It's an immersive, multi-sensory experience where guests interact with scent-seeking stations, discover unique and intricately designed perfume bottles, and explore the power of essential oils. You can even make your very own personalized scent using computerized stations and create your own fragrance cards.
It kind of looks a little bit like either a bookmark or one of those scratch and sniff type of things, but you could walk away with your own custom designed fragrance. So there's at least a couple hundred options, variations, depending on what the visitor chooses. I'd say my two favorite parts of the exhibit are both the make your own scent portion and the perfume bottles. The perfume bottles are just beautiful to look at, quite frankly.
Amidst all the scent sniffing and bottle oogling, the exhibit gets to the heart of many of the historic elements of perfuming, including the cruelty of commercial whaling and the fascinating substance referred to as ambergris.
So what ambergris is, when a sperm whale eats a giant squid, the beak is in its stomach. It isn't digestible, and the beak is sharp. So the body of the whale creates a waxy substance around it to protect it. However, that waxy substance, they can extract elements from that which are really important in making high-end perfumes. Now, how do they get that? Well, much like a cat that has a hairball, the whale throws up its ambergris and it floats around the ocean. But it gets back to how we now are extracting perfumes primarily from the scent of the plant or using other chemicals that have been developed as a way of not using the animals, because in this case, whaling, commercial whaling, is no longer an option for us.
With so much history, science, and art jammed into one exhibit, guests are sure to leave inspired by our botanical surroundings and intrigued by the perfume and fragrance industry.
Now, this exhibit is a little bit different from some of the ones that we normally do. It skews a little bit older in terms of content, and it's a little bit smaller, but we really did want to grab onto anything that has to do with plants because it does fit our mission and it works really well for us. That said, I think parents bringing their children will have an opportunity to teach them about everything from botanical extraction to the art of making the bottles, and then be able to make the connection between the plant itself and what the end product is, in this case, a commercially available perfume or eau de toilette, as they say.
The Springs Preserve strives to bring in a wide variety of exhibits that reflect our guests' different learning styles and diverse interests of our community.
We're always trying to do something very different. The through line is the mission of the Springs Preserve, but in some cases it allows us to kind of step outside of it a little bit and kind of expose visitors to different types of things.
Making Sense, the art and passion of fragrance will be on display exclusively at the Springs Preserve until May 3rd.